Alright, give me 1 second here, everybody. Still trying to organize everything real quick, so just bear with me. Just trying to get everything situated here for the stream here. Also, let me know if the audio is good with the voice and the music in the background, stuff like that. Also, take a shower. Doesn't even look like it. My hair is all fucking, like, just naturally dried. Didn't even comb it or anything like that. Just let it just dry naturally, like that. So, literally just after a shower. So, alright. Let me get things going here. Kind of just shortly here, everybody. Just gonna throw this on really quick. Alright. Gotta grab my drink here. Got some food. Well, to be exact, so the way it's kind of going with the lawsuit there, Fox. Other those that are wondering, we are live on Rumble, Kick, and YouTube. So we do have people all the way over on Kick, Rumble, and YouTube as well. So whenever you guys do hear us talking to somebody, you might not see the chat. It might be on one of the other sites. I need to fix that and get that going again with the pop-out thing, so we can actually have all the chats in one area on the stream. But yeah, so the whole lawsuit thing, though, it's so dumb. It really is. It's basically the way it's going is that we had been kind of like bullied into a new lease with our current landlords, which are been atrocious, and nobody else had signed this lease. We were one of the few that did, because they did it to, I think, only 2 or 3 other families. Made them do the whole thing and through the whole gamut, and so we did the whole thing, signed the lease, thought everything would be fine. Unfortunately, what started happening though is at that starting point, right when we signed the new lease, part of that was like a contract thing. It was like, oh, we gotta fucking, you know, make sure we pay, I think it was like $900 something every month for, you know, every month for the rest of the, you know, until we got this thing paid down and everything like that. We're like, all right, fine, whatever, big deal. We'll get that taken care of. You know, we make enough out of the paychecks, and then when I get, you know, between myself, the two of us that also all have, you know, income coming in, I'll have the ability to do that for the most part. That is if you get paid in time. Yo, how's it going, Legend? How's it going, fam? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We will be getting into some games, by the way, too. We will be getting into some Outer Worlds here in just a bit. So, we will be doing that. I am just eating really quick, and then we're going to start a cigar here after I eat. We got some stuff to try to help cleanse the palate before we dive into the cigar, because otherwise I'll taste like lasagna. So I got a little lasagna left over we're going to dive into. We got some music playing here. But so yeah, glad to hear you chilling, brother. Glad to hear you chilling. But yeah, so back on the lawsuit real quick. So yeah, it's like, you know, they're claiming that we haven't paid them. Now, here's the thing. Here's the kicker, right? You could say that. You could say that if it was a simple fact that we did try to give you money at one point, to the landlords, and they sent it back. They didn't give us a reason. They said nothing. I even put in there too, like, look, I'm sorry, but this is all I can give you at the moment, because I'm not getting my paychecks on time. Like, I'm getting a check, you know, every 3-4 weeks at best, you know, at this point. So it's like, I don't have a way to fully pay you what you want, which is $900 to $1,000, you know, $3,000, whatever the fuck it is that you want me to pay you. I don't have it. I'm now paying back people that I owe, because I'm getting loans from them to help pay for other things that I need in between shit, because literally, how the fuck am I supposed to live? So that was a big, huge issue. That is where that lawsuit is coming from. They're trying to sue us on that regard. However, though, the biggest issue was that they should have accepted the money. They should have accepted the money, but they didn't. So they sent me back a money order. So then I was going to try to put that into a savings, add more money on top of that. They said we couldn't void it out. It has to go to them. And I was like, but they won't take it. So that's going to be a fun little conversation with the judge and the lawyers. So, yeah, we get to go do it at a trial court is what we get to go to on the 24th and 25th. So, this is the first time I've ever had a lawsuit in my entire life, chat. The only thing I'm asking for really is just prayers, thoughts, wishes, all the best wishes, please. That's all I'm asking for. All I'm really asking for. If anybody knows of any support of anything like that, anything they can throw this way, like lawyer-wise, community-wise, if you're local. Other than that, just prayers and thoughts, guys. Prayers and thoughts. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking to do a GoFundMe or anything like that, to fund a lawyer or anything like that. Ideally, if I find a lawyer locally, what I want to do is just let them know, like, I will have them paid from whatever we win, you know. But I will try to give them whatever I can out of my money that I get from my boss to try to retain the lawyer. So again, it's like, at this point, if they wanted the money's not going to go to a lawyer. You know what I mean? So it's like if they wanted the money's going to go to a lawyer now. You fucking idiots. So, yeah. It's one of those types of situations. Ugh. So, slowly dealing with that. I don't know, does it look like you guys are seeing this, the beds, the blankets, I guess kind of make it look messy, which I don't know why. And I got my little stack of clothes I always keep on the edge there, right there. But we did clean up the fucking room a great deal, actually. Actually, let me prove a point here. So normally, I'd always have an issue just kind of like pulling out the chair to where I could. Bam, look, we can walk around, got everything cleaned up. I can actually get the chair over this way, and then bam, we got it all cleared up all the way over here. So everything is all nice and cleaned up for the most part. It's not for the most part because there's just the corner section right now that I gotta deal with still too. So other than that though, we got it all like actually cleaned up, and it looks a lot better in here than it was. So, oh man, fucking nose, dude. But so that is the update right there, Fox, for you. So yeah, it is the landlord, but that's what the landlord's trying to sue me for, though. Now, mind you, here's a fun fact. My neighbor came over a couple months ago to inform us that he was also about to pursue a lawsuit against the landlords. I kind of feel like this might be an attack, because the neighbor and I, you know, we've talked quite a bit about the shit. You know, my family's talked with our neighbor quite a bit about the shit. I wonder if they saw it as like him suing them, and they're like, oh well, we've seen him go talk with them, so obviously they're gonna be the next ones to sue. It's like, no, we were just kind of waiting to see who was gonna buy the fucking trailer court, and then work with that. That's what we were wanting to do. You know, work with a better fucking landlord, you know, or just kind of like, you know, if we all own it in the cooperative, then we pay a mortgage. We'll figure out what we have to do. Cool. We're all down for all that shit. I didn't want to give the landlords a red cent after that when they gave us back the fucking money. It's like, why would I give you more money with that fear that if it comes back, I can't do anything with it. I can't put it like in an account, let it stack up, and then give you the whole amount, and then again at a later time. Whatever the case is, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just such a nuisance, dude. It's such a fucking nuisance. So, it's like, yeah, it wasn't the full amount you wanted. It was part of it. It was $400, but it's like, it's $400, dude. You should have accepted it. And honestly, the fact too, like, you know, like every person I've told this to too has been like, wait, your landlord sent you back the fucking money? And it's like, yes. Like, and it's not a check, so it's not like that money's sitting in my bank or anything like that. It's a fucking money order. So that money is literally on it's like a bond, and because it's already filled out to them, that bond is only good to one person, to them. They have to accept it, and therefore by not accepting it, they look like a complete idiot. Like, that is literally the biggest trump card we have right now with that. It's kind of like, why didn't you accept it? So. Get my coffee, babe, to help kind of do that. Finish up my lasagna here, so we can get into the cigar here. So I got a couple more in the box. We might do another one a little bit later on, but the first one I want to do is the New World Cameroon Selection by AJ Fernandez or Fernandez. I don't know if it's Fernandez or Fernandez. I think it's Fernandez, actually. One of these hand-rolled ones by them. So this is a pretty solid cigar. I've had it once already. Really like the flavor of that one, so that's why I would have grabbed another one of those. We got the Churchill version of this, because it's the double Robusto, so I do have a Churchill in the humidor box. We also got a classic New World Toro, a New World Enclave, what was it, Broadleaf, And then I have the Churchill one, and I have the New World Decino, which is their 10-year anniversary one. So that's what I got for the cigars to smoke here. And then obviously you guys can see the pipe tobacco right here, covered up by the paper towel is the Peterson over there, and the corn cob technically. Corn cob is right hop. That guy right there. Then we got the regular apple briarwood. This is like just a local tobacco store briarwood pipe, so it's not very the greatest, but it does the job. It does the job. The billiard one I have, my buddy's got right now. That one is actually like, a little bit better in my opinion too. Because we're knowing that landlord should be sued for that, and not you, everybody. Dude, trust me. Let me put it this way. Trust me. We're not the first family they've tried to sue, but we're not the only lawsuit they're going through, nor is my neighbors. They have over 80 lawsuits that range from here to Seattle. So, yeah, they have trailer parks from Seattle all the way to the Midwest. So, I would even argue there's probably some lawsuits over that way too. So, knowing how these guys have been. So, yeah, this is not the only lawsuit. Trust me, man. I am hopeful, though. I am very hopeful about this outcome, though. Yeah. Yeah, they really should be. Trust me. There's been a lot of, like, crazy shit they've been a part of. Like, to the point that one of the people that helped us with getting the whole cooperative thing started, right? She wrote a book. And in this book, they were mentioned, like, a lot. And it's not just about them. There's, like, a bunch of other, like, court owners, like, trailer court owners that have all, like, managed to get into this book about, like, how they handle their shit. And, in her book, she more or less teaches people how to form these cooperatives. Ah, my fucking nose, dude. I'm so fucking tired of this sickness. But how to form these cooperatives. More or less, if you get your community together, now you will be usually, like, made and pushed by, like, a lot of the landlords themselves being like, oh, this is illegal, what are you doing? What are you doing here? What you're doing is not illegal. It is actually 100% legal, and it is how legitimately original communities were formed, right? Was building cooperatives. It's kind of how HOAs are pretty much formed, right? You get a whole group of people that live together, and they go, okay, this whole regional block of houses, right? We're all going to be under this whole HOA, which is a homeowners association. Then you have to abide by those set rules. If you don't, there's issues. You know, cops get called, you can be evicted, whatever the case is. Sorry, I have something stuck in my tooth right now. There we go. But how it works is with the cooperative, we have the same thing. It's that set of rules that we have a set in place that people have to follow and everything like that. It also incorporates, though, the housing itself. So somebody in an HOA, right, has to do the same thing. And so if you've been in an HOA, you know what I'm talking about here. You legitimately have to go then let the head of the HOA know, I'm going to be moving, this is who I'm selling it to, blah, 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 blah. They'll meet them. They'll also get, kind of the exchange of everything like that. Now, one of the things I'm just going to say, I don't know why I've seen this recently in HOAs. Why the fuck does the head of an HOA have a master key to other people's homes? Don't let that happen. That's bad. That's bad. Bad shit can happen from that. Theft, rape, all kinds of stuff. That should never be the case, okay? The head of the HOA should just be on the lookout, okay? It's why you also have usually neighborhood watches, right? And so this is kind of what we built together as a cooperative throughout the entire group. Everybody in this whole area was like, this is what we want, okay? We want to have a place that kids can actually grow up, generational wealth can be accumulated here, and on top of that, we're also working as a community to provide and help each other and do things and stuff like that, whether it be like plowing, plowing the road, or plowing, each other's driveways, helping each other shovel the snow, or taking garbage bins down, or whatever the case is, right? There's a lot of elderly people that live in this court that they need some help from time to time. We have no problem with helping them out. Go grab their bins for them. You know what I mean? Help them bring their groceries in and stuff like that. Take their garbage out for them. Whatever the case is, that the whole cooperative has no problem doing these things. We actually want that whole thing. But the landlords do not want us to be, one, talking to each other. You're not allowed to have your kids fucking playing with each other. God forbid your kids are outside playing for too long. They will get in trouble. Okay? So there's a lot of really shitty things that they try to do that you're like, how is this even legal, right? So that's when we have to start actually, you start to fight back and you build a cooperative. This is to protect you from landlords and from people that try to come in and use these means as a way to not just make money. Obviously, I think at the end of the day, if somebody says, like, do you give a shit about somebody who's making money as a landlord? No, I really don't. I think that's fine. You can be a landlord wherever you want. If that's how you make your money, that's fine. But be a respectful landlord. Your tenants will love you. They will go out of their way to make sure that you are paid, okay? If you're a good tenant. We had landlords like that before where we did go out of our way to, like, sometimes even be ahead on bills because we were like, oh, I want to make sure that this person knows that we're not doing that. You know what I mean? So it's like you have people that can be good landlords. I don't think that is a profession that's completely, like, if you take it, you're going to be a bad person. I don't think that. But I do think that ideally people that mainly take landlord as a profession, they use it as a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's really scummy. It's kind of shitty. It's really tiresome. I'm really tired of seeing fucking people use it as their way of trying to get rich quick. And it's like, you realize that that's not how this is going to work. It's like it's kind of like when you're building a business, right? You're looking at 10-year, 20-year kind of like long span or lifespans. You're not looking at like 2-3 year spans, okay? But these guys that are doing this with like buying shit like that in as landlords, they're buying property. They're not even really trying to flip the buildings and then make good money from that. No. It's like, and I'm not even joking. One of the employees that was given a trailer to live in literally went and got themselves an RV because it was nicer than the fucking trailer that they were going to be given for still $600 rent. So they didn't even get free rent. They would still have to pay $600 rent at least, but it was supposed to be, we gave you this trailer, and it was like, it's a piece of shit. The door was falling off, okay? The floor needed to be completely redone, and apparently the piping was broken in there. That's what you give to your maintenance people. What the fuck? So yeah, I'm a little baffled at how these assholes think they got the balls to sue us. But yeah, you know how people are. You know how people are. And especially right now, these guys, with all the lawsuits they're facing from all over the place, chat, I honestly think that this is kind of like their Hail Mary of like, we gotta do something, we gotta try to sue to get back money in some way. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, there is like nothing we can really, like, literally when the court hears that we gave them money and they gave it back, the court's gonna be like, so you want court mandated money to be given to you, but you don't like that they can only give you X amount of money at a time. So where's the problem here? They try to give you money, but you refused it. You know what I mean? It's like, so now you're like, no. But now I want my money basically off of court mandate. The fuck? Again, if my ex-boss wouldn't have been a complete idiot for how he ran the business, I would have been paid on time. Chat. I think I need a butter knife to cut this. I see why my sister was having such a hard time cutting this earlier. They're not cutting very easily. I'll be right back. Grab a put the night. Oh, I should put my Mountain Dew down there actually because the heater is on now. So it's fall time. Oh, instead of getting all warm. It's gonna do it naturally, but rather to be naturally. Notice I have the Peterson on the cup holder, not the soda. Smart. I do treat my pipe a little bit too well. Okay, so we gotta put it off to the side. Put this on the actual cup holder. There we go. Never really had to use a butter knife to cut a lasagna before, but you know, fucking microwave them, and yeah, man, this is the shit you get. In the words of my sister, who's got time for 40 fucking minutes in the oven, dude? That shit is ridiculous. Like, if you're making, unless you're making an actual lasagna, then it's understandable. It's crazy for something so fake. It does still taste pretty good. I gotta say that. I've always been impressed with how fake a TV dinner lasagna can be, but still somehow fucking tastes good. It's actually, I think, a feat in itself. Like, it can look beyond disgusting, be hard as fuck to cut through, but still tastes pretty fucking good. All right. We have an air fryer. I keep fucking meaning to use it. I have not used it once yet. We've had that thing for 4 years now, maybe 5. Hell, even longer, I think. Oh no, that's a lie. We did use it once, but I can't remember what we cooked. But we overcooked it by accident in the air fryer. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. It came out crispy. I think it was like potato wedges. I think we accidentally did. Okay, I want to make sure I grab my paper towel properly so I don't fucking have crumbs go all over my desk and floor. I just vacuumed. Like damn it! Like, just vacuumed. I don't want crumbs all over the place. Alright, go take this bowl real quick with my last bite, and we will light up the cigar here in just a few moments and get into some Outer Worlds, guys. So I'm excited to try to actually get through the game a little bit further because again, I've never fully finished the game. I don't even know where the fuck we would be at. Technically, like, you know, percentage-wise in the game, so. But we're gonna have some fun playing here in just a bit. Just give me a few seconds, we'll go take care of this real quick. Where's the cat? Oh, she's behind me. Here, actually, here. I do a kitty stream here. Look at that. Little kitty stream. She's past that. You guys can watch her sleep. It's the Gimme Goo. She is completely passed out. I love how she's got her paws. He goes up there. Yep. Microphone's focused in right now, so let me see if I move that, if it'll focus in on her instead. Nope, so it doesn't focus in on her. I wish it would. I was trying to get the camera to focus in on her. But yeah, there is a little Gigi. She's right there. But yeah, I definitely need to start using my air fryer. But I'll go ahead and mute the mic, and I'll be right back, though. Alright. She is a cute cat. That she's dreaming right now. So, like, it's hard to tell. Her little whiskers and her mouth is all, like, twitching and stuff like that because she's dreaming right now. I love that. She's such an adorable kid. She's a spoiled puss, but I do love her. My mom says her cat is not spoiled yet. Oh, yes, she is. She is definitely a spoiled little rat, but I love her. And she's just so fluffy, too. Like, she is really fluffy. And super soft, too, which is always something I always love about, like, when fluffy cats are like that, they're super soft and whatnot, but... Yeah, she has gotten very cuddly in her old age, because, like, when she started off as a young cat, no, dude, she would eat you alive, alright? Yo, appreciate you, Zara. Yo, I appreciate you having the lurk in here, fam. Appreciate you on that one. And actually, let me just go ahead and do a shout out to Zaramuck's channel. Then I'm gonna grab the link and post it across the board. Shout out Zara. Oops, let me spell the fucking word right. We're gonna do copy link. All. Paste. Be sure to go drop Zara's channel a like and a follow there, everybody, as well over on Kick. If you guys can, and if you guys don't have a Kick channel, do not worry. He does also have a YouTube channel as well. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull up his YouTube channel too. Let me do that fast, real quick. What you guys is about? Right here. Zaramuck's the Gaming Dad. That's what it is. So there is that as well too for you guys. So for anybody who wants to go check out his YouTube channel, I'll also post it in Kick as well too. So, but Zaramuck is a great human being, and he makes some great content too. Him and Jacob both absolutely make some great YouTube content. And they got Mini Fox where they're making the banger Minecraft videos. Which I think you say you were editing one earlier, weren't you there, buddy? So, gonna hit my coffee vape a few times to help kind of palate cleanse the mouth a bit. Oh shit, I meant to take it with the butter knife. Damn it. Alright, shit. Be right back. Oh, that lasagna was good though. It hit the spot. But yeah, so in the Outer Worlds, so yeah, I saw a sequel launched. I also just saw some kind of cool little article about the sequel too. So I thought it was really funny. Apparently, I guess with the sequel, they did this thing with the main menu, where it's not just a regular main menu, where they actually are like it's like a dialogue option that you can choose from Mr. Moonman. I'm like, okay, that makes that sound cool. I like the way that that's gonna be incorporated into a sequel. I did get a little bit of a spoiler, a little bit. So obviously, for you guys that have already been playing 2, you guys probably already know. I guess Spacer's Choice gets bought out in between 1 and 2. Now I know they're probably not gonna do something like that. It would be great to get like maybe a little DLC or something like that kind of gives us some backstory to it, or maybe a little bit more. I mean, obviously there's gonna be backstory in the game for it, but you know what I mean, like to actually get to see the takeover, because I'm sure that'd be kind of cool to see. In all that regards, and how everything is because it's nothing is ever just simply like just a buyout. You know what I mean? It's not like Spencer Choice's, but there's probably some like fucking mercenaries were bought, hired in, killed a ton of the board members, and they're like, okay guys, by the way, we're gonna go ahead and just merge our companies together now so we can save our assets. You know what I mean? So I can see something like that kind of happening. I don't know which company they were merged with or bought out by. That was the one thing that wasn't spoiled for me, so I do like that. So I'm excited to check out the sequel, though. I am excited to check out the sequel. I do really like the first one. The only reason I've never finished it is because I always fucking get caught up, like, some other new game comes out, and it's like, oh, we gotta go play that new game, and it's like, this is why I never fucking get through the games in my library, dude. I'm like, a new game comes out, and I just never finish the games I already have, you know, like, the only reason why I haven't finished Ghost Runner 2, all right, is because I didn't want to end the story. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even want to end the story on that one. I like the game so fucking much that knowing that I'm on the last level, which is kind of like, oh, that means the game's gonna fucking end, and I mean, yeah, I can replay it all as much as I want, but it's never gonna have that same pizzazz, you know. So I'm like, I'm waiting till one day I want to finally do the last level and finally be like, oh yes, it's complete, you know. I can finally remove it off my mind and stuff like that. But damn it, the game was so fucking good, dude. Like, I need another game like that as well too. Ghost Runner is just, it's so unique of a game. 1 and 2 are just so good. I like that with 2 they innovated on what made 1 so great, but then we're like, okay, we're gonna add this, and this, but it's not gonna be like super convoluted or like, oh, why would this doesn't make sense, why would he have these, you know. It's like, oh, dude, totally makes sense, it's the upgrades, cool, awesome, like, let's do this shit, you know what I mean? Like, Ghost Runner 2 was such a great fucking game, such a great game. So I am really hopeful for the sequel with Outer Worlds 2, and I've heard a lot of people say some good things about it, so I'm excited about that. Now, I've also had some friends that are like adamant about me playing what we call Arc Raiders. Look, so I was talking to my boy Nathan. Nathan and I were talking, and he had it for like 10-15 minutes, and then said he got rid of it because it just isn't a good extraction shooter in his opinion. Now, what I didn't like was that I wanted the game for the PvE stuff. I do not like that it's an extraction shooter because I don't want to give a fuck about that. Like, I thought we were going to get something that was going to rival what Destiny kind of was. Like, I'm not even joking. I literally, in my mind, I thought Arc Raiders was going to be this cool-ass game that would be better than fucking, like, what Destiny was in terms of, like, this, like, shooter-based game, like, in PvE and stuff like that. And I know some people are probably like, why the fuck am I equating Destiny? All right, there is a reason. Destiny does have some banger fucking lore, dude. If you, like, go watch, what is it, My Name is Bife or Biff, whatever the fuck his name is, okay? Watch his videos on, like, the Destiny lore, man. There's some of the greatest videos you'd ever see about actual, like, gaming lore. You know, like, I feel like they rivaled that of, like, The Witcher, you know, in terms of, like, the actual, like, the amount of content that is actually there, that's even just not even been fully, like, even uncovered in maybe by now it has, but in the early days, you know, it's like, it was so hard, though, to find all the lore, because it's like, you have Grimoire cards, you had quests, you had, you know, raids, you had items, you had all these little things that all gave pieces of the lore, and you had to piece that shit together. I didn't like that. I didn't like having to be the fucking puzzle master here and then try to piece this shit together. Thank you fucking for Bife and other fucking people out there who did all that shit. And I say Bife because I always call him, his name is, my name is Biff, but he always starts his videos off with, my name is Bife, and I'm like, is it just because he's British? Is that why he says it? Because BYF to me would be Biff. I don't know. That's just me. But again, he did a good channel and did a great job of actually showcasing a lot of the lore to the Destiny. So, and again, I think that, you know, one of the things that makes me love the Outer Worlds so far is that it is that old school Obsidian game. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like Avowed. I even shit on Avowed a little bit just for like the mechanics of the game a little bit, because the mechanics are not as good as like you would find like maybe in Skyrim or something like that. But there is a part of my brain that has to turn off that to be like, okay, but there's a reason for that because you're doing certain other things and the way the magic kind of system works, this works, and that works. It's like, okay, I can kind of get away with that to a degree. I also think that the dialogue's a little better in Avowed than it was with Skyrim, you know, to a degree. Let me put it this way. Dialogue system. Okay, not the dialogue itself. There was a lot of cringe dialogue in Avowed, but in Skyrim there's also cringe dialogue. But I love the dialogue in Skyrim, I will say. It's better than Oblivion. Stop right there, thief! Like, oh my gosh, that line will always be iconic from Oblivion. Shorts get a lot of views, and subscribers you can get from it. Oh yeah, I mean, you can do that when it comes to doing content like that. Yeah. I mean, it also just depends on what kind of short you're making, though, to their fucks. That was random as fuck, though, brother. That was so random. Close that out real quick. Maybe we'll smoke a pipe bowl. I think it might kind of help refresh the mouth a bit in the palate. And grab Peterson. We got the Peterson system pipe here. P-lip on it. So we're checking to see if this needed to be swabbed out, but it looks like we're good. And in our jar here, get a little gravity drop in there, a little taparoo. Yes, very nice. Are you just doing Minecraft videos in there, Fox? Is that what you're doing then? Or have you been doing like some of your videos where you show yourself drawing your avatar and everything like that still? But yeah, I mean, dude, I really don't know how else to express it to Voodoo that he does need to stop doing V2. Like, I thought by trying to express like the level of like how much if like he stayed in it for too long, that it would be really hard for him to just kind of bounce out of that, you know, without like the VTuber community just being like, oh, so you're just trying to cash in on our fucking community. Like, that's what they're gonna see that shit as. I'm just fucking saying, man. I think we can all fucking see it that way. But, you know, the idea of like, oh, I have my own custom, you know, VTubers, like, bro, you didn't get a custom VTuber from Etsy. And I hope to God he didn't think that, like, that was, like, his own model that nobody else is gonna have, or that he bought one that nobody else is gonna buy. Like, you, like, as we heard from Jayco and everybody else, there's tons of that. Like, that emote, or that VTubers everywhere. Oh, nice, nice. You're gonna do some drawing emotes, drawing shorts later. Nice. Or drawing emotes shorts later. Nice. This is what I was trying to say. I fucked up trying to say that so many times. But yeah, I know you like doing those streams though too. And I know that those always were always fun and good retention for you too, especially with the community, because you actually talk to the community at the same time while you're drawing like that more. I mean, obviously you talk with them while you're doing your Minecraft stuff like that too. But it's like with Minecraft, I mean, obviously it's like you're sometimes a little bit more focused when you're trying to build a megalithic structure like you do in your games. Well, yeah, and my biggest thing about it, right, is that, like, he could have got a free pre-made one. He didn't even have to pay for one. There are apps out there, right, that you can use. There was the one that my mom used to use all the time. Back when she was doing streams, but she would use it as a VTuber. Like, and that's the other thing too, is like when my mom started out, she started out doing VTubing. She didn't start out like, oh, let me do camera and then VTube. It was, let's just do VTuber, right? It's a program that everybody uses, and I can't even think of the name of it right now. But she would use that program, and it had a bunch of different, you know, VTubers that you could use, like models and stuff like that. You could add things to it, customize it a bit, but then you could also, like, create your own, and then, like, build your own fucking VTuber and everything like that as well. And it would have all the functionalities that you need, like the jiggle physics and all this other stuff like that, you know, make it, its eyes blinking and stuff like that, the mouths move and stuff, too. Yeah. Yeah, same. I can't remember either. Yeah, exactly. Fox too. Yeah, there are VTuber apps on Steam for free as well. Yeah, exactly, chat. Oh yeah, so my mom just said she paid $3 a month for full access to that app that she was using. So again, he paid how much money for his VTuber model when he could have just done it for free, or even just done $3 a month? Like, I don't understand why he went that route. And on top of it, it takes up so much headroom on the PC. He can't game properly. Like, him getting that gaming PC was so he could just regular stream and game at the same time if he really wanted to. But it was also meant to, so, hey, use your shitty laptop that you bitch about to fucking push the stream out, capture your fucking, you know, your PC like you do with your game consoles. And then he acted as if there was foreign language to him. It's like, how did you set up your game console streams? You're obviously using a capture card. Just unplug it from the fucking game console and plug it into the fucking PC. He acts like as if I'm speaking fucking Latin. Like, I just don't understand the guy, dude. You know, it's absolutely frustrating with him. It's absolutely frustrating with him, you know? He paid for his VTuber $13, and the next one, same price. Oh, come on. Seriously, Voodoo. Use your fucking head, man. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I have literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lighters just lined up over here, so I always have a lighter for my pipe, so. And I also have two tampering tools, too, actually. 3 if you count this guy, because I use this sometimes as my tampering tool, which is the punch out. But I got the one on a chain that I've put on here, so that way I can actually hook it to, like, you know, like my belt or like to a waistcoat or something like that. That way I won't lose this guy, just because it has that little notch on it. And then I have the old school check tool. So, which I knew I owned one. I do like this one better because it has a actual like full circle versus this being the half circle. I'm not as big of a fan as that, because no pipe is got like a flat back, and like it just doesn't make sense. So I like that this is all around, so it's perfect to go around the bowl a lot easier with this guy. So I tend to actually use, so I don't like the fucking weird rounded poker that's on this one versus the more flatted cubed kind of poker on this guy. I like this one better for the poker, so I use this guy's poker more, and the spoon on this one, because this one's like got some weird like coating that's been removed, and you can feel like part of the coating's there and part of it's missing, so it's a little fucking weird and wonky. But I mainly just use this guy for the tamper itself. It needed to be wiped off. There's some ash on there. So yeah, I use it for the tamper, which I used to use this to do old school vape bowls of cannabis. So for those that don't know, if you heat up a element, whether it be something like this or a glass wand, and then you would put that over the bowl, you could actually vaporize your cannabis without even having to pay for like $1,000 fucking vapes and shit like that. $100, $200, $60 vapes, things like that you need for cannabis. Like, you can do it very cheap with just a blowtorch and a fucking glass wand. So really fucking cheap. Crazy part, I don't get why does he not give credit to the person who created the VTuber? Why hide it? Well, wait a minute, he fucking hides that shit? It's a little fucking weird, bro. Like, why hide it? I mean, I would actually find that to be something I thought was something you could get in trouble for. Like, I thought you had to declare where your VTuber had to come from. It was kind of like, you know, like, not necessarily like a sponsorship necessarily, but I don't know. I kind of view it almost in the same way. So, it's weird how my beard line goes right to my jawline as actually like a smile. So I kind of think like I had like some makeup on my face. I was like, wait, did I have makeup on my face? And I was like, no, like my beard line literally makes a weird Joker smile on my face, which is funny. I love that. But yeah, no, hiding who you bought your VTuber from, a little weird. A little weird. It's a little weird. Just saying. I find that to be a little weird and cringe. So, we're gonna do our false light, and then we'll do our true light afterwards. Okay. He didn't even make a post about it? So wait, did he just buy a VTuber model and just start going live with it that day? Without being like, hey guys, by the way, I'm gonna make the change today, and we're gonna start using a VTuber model, and it pop up the VTuber. Like, what the fuck? Why? Oh my god, dude. There's ways to roll out like things like that, you know? That's ridiculous, man. I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he did that, Fox. Good hits on that. Love the Autumn Evening. Always such a good, flavorful tobacco. So, kind of help reset the palate a little bit there before we smoke on the Cameroon selection by New World here. I do love this. And we'll start this guy up when we start the game, too. That would be nice to kind of just vibe there, be able to put the cigar down over there in between some dialogue sections and stuff like that. This has such a fantastic taste to it. I've tried to warn him about it, dude. You know, like, again, the VTuber community, they're great and loyal and absolutely fantastic. I mean, I have many followers that are absolutely, you know, amazing VTubers themselves. But you fuck with that community, you try to dabble in it and take from them in some way like that, they're gonna eat you alive. They already deal with enough with the people stealing their fucking, you know, their models and using the models elsewhere and selling that shit for cheaper than what they were, you know, paying or whatever the case is, all that stuff like that. And that really hurts them in that way as well, too. And it's just like, this is in a lot of ways kind of similar to that feat. One second here. One second here, chat. A buddy of mine just stopped by, so give me 1 second here. My good buddy Tommy here, so just give me a few seconds here. Appreciate you over there, Jackie, over here on Kick. How y'all doing, everybody? But I do believe we're gonna have my buddy here come and join us here for a second. I'm gonna join in some smoking on some tobacco here before getting to some gaming here. Like I said, we're gonna do the Outer Worlds. You guys seem to want to do that one instead. Let the Sanctuary out and about. Yeah.
Like look at somebody else and they know the exact same thing. Yeah, like you told me that. Like a billion people do. What you doing nowadays? How like nowadays when kids are like, oh, you know, it's not cool to be straight. Like, what the no, fuck? No, it only lasted it only lasted 6 years. They're going. The youth are going hard right. I noticed that. Yeah, look, I just hope they don't figure out about the Jews till they fucking hit their. I know they're already doing that shit. You already got people. Well, no, that's the thing. Is like all the early bloomers are fucking actual youth killers, not scientists. Yeah. Right. Start hating governments again, please. Yeah, right. No, the worst thing that has happened on the sea because the fact that he created that whole problem though. He's that Hitler's cool. It's okay to hate Jews. He's the biggest proponent of being. No, I really do think liberals are the reason why. Well, that's it. Because when you start this violence, it started in the YouTube comments. Who are you? You told them to come home. That's all right. Okay, when explain everything. The other one claims that there's people in the back. One of them is all all the state of Israel. Yeah, exactly. Like they don't have a deep state that their government is so small that they're all evil. You go to the DMV and the lady who hates her job actually is evil, and like she's not just like hates her job and treats her like shit because she hates her job, but she's actually secretly a Satan worshiper. And then she's miserable at work. She's like, how do I get double or lucky? You hate your job and you love yeah, I mean, I will say this too, like what I've noticed, like especially with the uh,
Which one do you want though?
I don't know the one that's the least flavor. You want the actual right at the back of the pen? Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you some of the sanctuary then.
Otherwise, I won't.
Let's enter chat.
What
How we all doing, everybody? So sorry about everything. We are just hanging out at the moment here. Just had a buddy that stopped by. Like I said, I haven't got to see him in a hot minute since the vape store closing. So he happened to stop by and kind of hang out. Wanted to smoke a pipe bowl. And that's a nice thing about something like this is that you can actually, you know, be like, hey, I want to come and hang out, smoke a bowl. You know, I think that's a nice social part of this, right? I think people kind of forget that you can be social with pipe smoking, and that it doesn't have to be a solidarity type thing, you know, or solitary type thing. Yeah, it's just nice to be able to have, like, you know, friends come over and do something like that. So, you know, I gave him a cigar as well. I gave him one of my New Worlds, because these things have been absolutely amazing. Such a delicious taste, honestly. How are we all doing tonight, guys? How's everybody's night going so far? Hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, once I get done, once we get done hanging out and anything like that, guys, I will be jumping into the game. We'll start the cigar. Once we do that. What happened to the vape shop? So Mini Fox, did you not hear about it? So the vape shop closed. So my other cat is in my chair. If you guys can see right here, we have the Bun in the chair right now, the Fluffy. So she's being adorable. I'm not gonna kick her out of the chair. So let me just get on my knees here. So what happened with the vape shop was, I feel like I think this is about to go out. Give me one second. Let me relight my pipe real quick. Yeah, Zip Trip. So what happened with the vape shop though was that I on Monday went to work. That would have been last Monday. I went to work on last Monday, and everything was normal. I hadn't heard from the boss now for like 5-7 days at that point. So I was like, okay, because things are just going as they are. And I wasn't really thinking much of it. And go in, work, take care of everything. Ends up being a really slow fucking day that day. I close up. I go home. I had some cash on me that I got from tips that day. And I was like, hey, let's go get some sodas to my little sister. And so my sister and I walked to the local mini mart to go get some sodas. And as we get closer to the store, because it's close to the mini mart, we see the lights on. I see the lights through the glass, and I'm like, somebody's in the store. What the fuck's going on? So I go run over there, try to figure out what's going on. Get to the front door, see it's my boss. And I go, like, you gonna let me in? So I just try to open the door. He unlocks the door, lets me in. And he didn't look like he wanted to let me in, though. Like as if like he was kind of trying to hide the fact that we were about to close. So he doesn't want to open the door right away. I finally gotta get up closer to it. He opens the door finally, and I get in there, talk to him. He's like, "Yeah, sadly, it's that's finally it. Gotta close up. Blah 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 blah." And he goes, "I was gonna message you, earlier in the day, but I didn't." And he's like, "So I figured I'd just see you out here tonight." And my first thought about that was like, really? You just thought you'd see me out here tonight? Really, bro? Like, okay, what a good excuse. So yeah, he wasn't gonna tell me originally. He still has some of my checks. He he was supposed to give me that night on Monday. He didn't. I was. But yeah, so yeah, real quick, yeah, that's a big part of what happened there, Fox. Yeah, Monday night, just not knowing what was gonna happen, kind of go in there and then be told that the store's closed, and then literally like, had I not done that, right, Tuesday I would have went to work and walked in and been like, where's everything at? Where's all the product that's all missing, everything like that, and it's like, oh, I would have messaged you before then. He claims like, oh, okay, when the fuck were you gonna message me at midnight? Be like, hey man, sorry, I just cleaned out the store. We're closing. So yeah, that was a big pain in the ass. That was definitely a big pain in the ass. So I did go and try to apply at the other two places I said I would. I did apply to both of those. So I did get that taken care of. I'm kind of just waiting for Flashy right now. There's a few reasons why I'll be waiting for Flashy to come out. I do want you guys to know this. I can't exactly express what those reasons are, because some of that information is not readily available yet. Which is put it that I got some privileged information, and I'm very privileged to have gotten that information, and I'm not gonna fucking break that kind of thing. But just let that milk it enough, and hopefully satiated you enough that you want to join Flashy when it does drop. Like, go join the Discord right now. Go on X. Go check out Flashy Social. Do all that, and legitimately, that'll be the big one right there. Yeah, so we were just smoking some pipe tobacco real quick here, guys. Trying to fix my pipe here, honestly. My autumn evening is want to cooperate with me real quick. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, see, it's not want to cooperate. I feel like, okay, I think it might be cached, actually. I would have put it past Ari. She says it all the time. All right. There we go, chat. I'm just saying I mean, Dutch Bros is better. Sister gonna test to it. Yep. You're welcome. Yeah, it's a stain, so that comes off a lot harder. Not as easily comes. My little sister, chat. My little sister. Always gotta be causing shit. Always gotta be causing shit. Trying to finish this bowl up here real quick, chat. And then we're gonna slowly kind of get ready for the playing the game. Still letting the cat have the chair. I'm being nice, as you guys you can see her little ears. You can see the little fluffy right here. Hi, Bun Bun. Can I have my chair? I don't think she's gonna let me have my chair. Oh, did I startle you awake? I'm sorry, kiddo. I thought you heard me talking to you. Hi, pretty girl. I did not mean to startle you awake. Hi, princess. Yes. I know. How dare I wake you up? Oh, I know. Grab the ear. Oh, yes. You're so cute. Yes, you're so cute. And then you're chewing on your leg. Damn. Oh yeah, no, this cat has always got to take my chair. This one and Gimli got to fight me for my chair. Yes, you're so cute. Give me the face. Yes, give me the face. What's up, sleepyhead? What's up, sleepyhead? Yeah, you just woke up. Yeah. You just woke up, huh? What? Oh, you gotta give me a bath? Okay. Yes, I love you. My cat has got to give me a bath now. You know I love you. What are you doing, Dork? Can I have my arm? Can I have my arm? Can I have my arm today? Can I have my arm? No. And let Papa have his arm back. Oh, hi, Gimme. Come crawling out of the bed. I don't know if you guys can see that. The cat just crawling out from underneath the bed. Hi, go. Go, Gimme. Thank you. Dork. Oh, thank you. Now you give me my chair. Oh. Alright, being on my knees, that was kind of a little rough there. That was a little rough on the knees. Ow. Ow. It was good to see my buddy come over, though. Like I said, I haven't seen him. The reason why we were gone for so long there, chat, was my best friend came over. I haven't seen him in probably a couple weeks now, because the vape store closing. So with the vape store being closed, He usually would stop by, come hang out, shoot the shit with me, you know, buy a couple of disposables, buy some juice or whatever the case is he needed for his vape. When we actually had the shit in, for a long time, I was actually having him just go over to the store that I've been trying to get a job at now, because they would have in the product that he was looking for. Apparently, they've actually been struggling keeping it in. Normally, he orders like a whole 2 cases of these, and they haven't been able to get them in. So usually he'd come in to shoot the shit, hang out, you know, buy, like I said, buy some disposables. Like when I had the ones that he liked, he'd buy like 4 or 5 of these bad boys for me, and you know, he'd sit there and shoot the shit for like 2-3 hours while he's just hitting on his vapes and stuff like that. And we're talking about, you know, work or whatever's going on. You know, he does a lot of delivery driving and stuff like that for around here, for lots of different things. You know, not just like a DoorDash driver, but like for lots of different businesses that he does delivery driving for. So it's kind of like a freelance delivery guy. So like, if they don't have a delivery system necessarily per se for their systems, he can just go do the delivery for them. He'll just get paid doing it. Awesome guy though, very awesome guy though. So I hadn't seen him though in a hot minute. I messaged him last week and I told him, hey, if you happen to stop by the store, just let you know it's closed. So if you wanted to stop by to, you know, shoot the shit or anything like that, you know, come on over to the house and just, you know, come by and, you know, shoot the shit, you know, stuff like that. So I hadn't seen him, so I gave him a cigar. I haven't seen him and stuff like that. And he's like, as we were talking, he's like, kind of want to smoke some tobacco with you. And I was like, all right, well, load you some pipe up. You know, I was like, you got the pipe that I gave you on the car? Like, just go grab that for me. I'll load you up. And so I load him up some of the Autumn Evening over here. So again, that's like one of my favorite things about pipe smoking is that, and even like cigar smoking, is that it's very social. It's something like I said that, you know, you can have somebody come over and be like, hey man, I just want to come and smoke a bowl or two with you. It's like, yeah, man, come on over. You know, smoke a bowl. You know, I think other people, when they say that, obviously they're meaning cannabis and things like that, obviously, but you know, with this, we're just talking about tobacco. And I also think that it's nice to actually have a friend who doesn't look at tobacco as being this villainous thing, which it's not. You know, it quite literally is not this villainous thing that people make it out to be a lot of times. And I'm also glad to have a friend that doesn't also, how do I put this too, like in a nice way, doesn't mooch in that regard, right? Like, I don't mind loading bowls of tobacco, cigars, and stuff like that, you know, or providing a cigar, or whatever the case is, but, like, he's one of my few friends, other than another friend of mine that I have that also smokes cigars, that legitimately, though, will actually still, like, be like, hey, let me buy you a cigar, you know, let me buy you some of your pipe tobacco. You know, I've been coming over and doing this, or, you know, because, like, when you come by the store, you're like, hey, you know, come by the shop and out the, you know, smoke enough of your pipe tobacco, let me buy you some. And I appreciate that. You know, for me, it's always a nice kind of like thing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, score. You know, I got a friend that I can, you know, come hang out with, to smoke with, and stuff like that. And then also, like, whenever I'm in like kind of a, you know, a moment where maybe I might need a little bit of tobacco, he's like, oh yeah, I got you, man. He'll do it like that. So he's been a really big help with that. So I do appreciate him, you know, greatly for that. So. But thankfully, I have enough tobacco to satiate a great deal of many people, I'm sure. So, let that kind of dry off for a bit, since I just used it. I'm going to grab German Briar pipe. The heater is getting to me. I gotta go open my window real quick, because my heater blows right at me. Okay, now let some of that out. Woo! The heater just blows right up at me, chat, so it's like overheating me up. And I was feeling cold for a little bit there. Well, it's not after I'm sitting right here in this chair, like the heater's just blowing right up at me. I'm just like, cookie. Like, whew, definitely feel a little warm now. All right, I'm gonna load some of the Sanctuary, you know. I came out kind of funny. This smells so good. And also, yeah, like I said, guys, we're going to get into the gaming here in one moment. Again, I do apologize for having taken so long to get into the gaming. I did not expect my best friend to come by. It kind of surprised me with that visit. But it's nice. It's nice to see him, though. You know, like I said, I haven't seen him in a hot minute. Even before the store had closed, it had been a couple weeks since I'd seen him because he'd been so damn busy. So it was one of the nice things, though, as being a more adult friend, too. He's not like one of these other assholes that as soon as you don't see him within like an hour or whatever the case, you're not messaging him every 5 fucking minutes or whatever the case is, that they instantly feel like you're mad at them or whatever the fucking case is. Dude, I get so fucking tired of this shit with some of these people around here. I've had friends that I've had to cut off over the years because, you know, it's been like, oh, you didn't message me back right away. Sorry, bro, I have a life, you know? Like, sometimes I get caught up with things, you know, things happen. Or, you know, like, I wouldn't get upset about them not messaging me a bunch, and then, like, eventually I'd be like, hey, how's things going? They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, da-da-da-da. But why don't you ever check up on me? Why don't you message me this? And it's like, okay, well, if you're gone X amount of time, sure, maybe then I'd message you. You know, like, I've had, okay, one moment with my best friend, right? There was a moment with him where he said that if he had went radio silent for X amount of time, that I needed to message him to make sure that he was okay. And so I did. I did exactly that. And he laughed because I waited exactly the amount of time he said to wait. And he's like, did you think about doing it sooner or anything like that? I was like, yeah. He's like, what made you not? I was like, oh, because you said not to. I said, you said to only do it at this time, you know, if it became a, you know, problem. And he started laughing. He's like, well, I'm glad you did it, though. He's like, it's just, you know, he's like, I just thought it was funny. He goes, well, everybody else had messaged him way sooner. And I messaged him to the T when he said to message him, and he just thought that was hilarious. And I was like, well, you said to? You said you'd be gone about maybe this amount of time, so then, you know, if you weren't past that, then it was like, oh, hey, maybe I worry about him now. You know, like, that's literally how it's been. So, again, it's nice to have an actual adult friend that doesn't fucking get all fucking butthurt. Like, you're not messaging me all day, every day? What the fuck, man? You obviously don't care about me, bro. No, like, that's not it at all. I just think that I needed to fucking message you all day, every day. Okay, I've had a couple of people like that I've actually had to cut out of my live chat. I'm not joking. You know, and they're not women, they're fucking dudes, so you're like, what the fuck is, what type of estrogen shot are you on that's making you act like this much of a bitch that you cannot fucking handle not talking to somebody for more than fucking a day, dude? Like, even my best friend, I still have had time, like, fucking Dark. Another good example, another best friend of mine, Dark and I, okay? There's been some days where I haven't heard from Dark in, like, a week, maybe sometimes a couple days, and then he pops in and like, hey, it's good to hear from you. It's good to see you. Make sure you're good, you know, you're good and alive, everything like that, and, you know, everything's copacetic. You know, but it's like, I'm not gonna sit there and freak out if I really start worrying that I haven't heard from him. I'll message him on Facebook, because that's what friends do. You get contact information, so you be like, hey, I haven't seen this guy in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and contact him. That's when you do it. You don't do it like, oh man, it's been 24 hours since I've heard from him. I better contact him. I'm pretty sure he's good. Maybe he's working. You know, I don't know. I think when people do shit like that, I think it's kind of, it's not that I find it really a nuisance. I do find it sweet that people do care like that, but I do find it to be a bit overbearing. Sometimes it's kind of like, let people be themselves. Let them go have fun. You know, let them go do stuff. You know? Speaking of which, I need to go send back a message too. I just wanted to message the lady there real quick, let her know what's all going on and everything like that. Start my pipe here. Mm. Love the way that tastes. I did not light it thoroughly enough. My pipe acted like that was the charring light. Now we can really relight it again. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get this going here. Move me over here. Scratch it down a little bit. Okay. Our world's going here. There we go. Thought my pipe head went out. The hell? I guess we'll go with that then. A little weird. A little weird. I can't change the uh, resolution like I did the other day. Chat. It's a little weird. What? Did it disconnect the stream? Yeah, you might need to refresh it. I had to drop it and bring it back because apparently as soon as I started up my game, it said I had encoding overload. Yeah. Either I've been playing the game just fine the last few days. Trying to see if there's some update that I'm missing here, chat or something. It says we're up to date. Windows wise. But I wish the Epic Game Store thing would work on there. It says we're up to date on all the NVIDIA drivers. The only thing I can think of is doing this, chat. Okay. Alright, can we see if this works now, chat? We were getting encoding overload there, chat. I don't know how or why. Literally, I haven't done anything different. Today, I mean, I literally had to turn my fucking thing down to lower. So we got the encoding overload to stop, but apparently it's still going, chat. I'm kind of confused, chat. I don't understand what's going on here.
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm
So even with the fucking wow, okay, so yeah, I don't know what's going on, chat. I was trying to put on Outer Worlds, and as soon as I did so, it crashed the stream. Yeah, considering that I've been doing it just fine the last few days, we've been playing the game. And it's, I mean, been on all night. I don't know if that's causing any issues before. So, okay, there we go. I had to fix the I see. Oh yeah, look, no encoding overload issues, and yet the stream is still having issues. Chat. Yeah, that should. I don't even understand it. Well, I was gonna do some Outer Worlds. I do also really. This has been happening to you a lot too, as well, Fox. Let's see here something. I want to see something. Okay, so I'm check out this Ecamm Live for Mac users. Let's see what is meld. So this looks cleaner than that chat. Look at this. Fox, have you heard about this yet? Meld? I want to say that you and Jacob were talking about this, weren't you guys? Also, by the way, so I wasn't getting skyrocket on FPS. It was literally just dropping connection and then telling me that I needed an encoding overload. We're gonna try this out. We're gonna try this meld. So long as it has a what do we call it? I think for whip connection we're good. Where it's having a hard time doing all this right now because I'm live right this second. Chat. You have it installed already? Nice. It's got multi-stream built into it already. Built-in in move transition. All right, I like that. Smart capture. Smart corner radius. Okay. Virtual camera. Okay. Effects preset, monitor audio, which is always good. Up to 32 input channels. Damn. Audio effects, per scene audio, Twitch VOD track, capture multiple audio scenes. So introducing multi-track recording. Multi-track recording lets you assign audio sources to separate tracks so you can edit each one individually in your recordings. Choose which tracks the audio source will be recorded to. Each selected track to save separately in your recording to editing later. Nice, nice. Oh, it has a clips maker in here? Wait, what? Oh, and I can import everything from OBS instantly. Fucking A, dude. Holy shit, was that easy. That was literally just bam, click, done. So, especially with all the issues we're having with fucking OBS chat, I mean, I'm so beyond done with this shit. So it does have custom RTMP, so I could go live to that, to our Rumble Studio, and use that chat. Ideally to go live to Kick and other ones too, so. You and Jacob been loving it? I definitely want to have to check this out some more. So, with the window capture, no matching window has been found. Oh, okay, I see the source now. Okay, there we go. There's that. All right, there's that webcam. Oh, okay, shit. There, wow, that instantly snap locked. And I'm using this on OBS at the same time. And guess what? It's not telling me. Sorry, can't use your camera because it's in it's an activity with something else already. Like, fuck off. It's literally just done. It's done. It's literally already activated on there, chat. Like, I'm impressed by that. All right, there. I can at least see my shit there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I see. Clip 90 seconds right there. Okay, dude, that's fucking dope. I love that. That is so cool. Holy shit. Look. And then OBS disconnected and reconnected. Jeez, oh Pete's. So this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Okay, Chad, give me a couple minutes to set this all up real quick and fuck with these settings a little bit. We're gonna try out Meld. I'm also gonna redo the title of the stream, everything like that. We'll see if we can get gaming and everything like that, guys. But we're gonna check out Meld here because this looks pretty fucking sick. Let me show you guys what we're looking at real quick here. Okay, so yeah, look at this, guys. So, legitimately, right now, right, I have all this going that we have on OBS right now already going over here, right? Like how to check out, like how to do some dogs. Like check out these like, little effects we got here on the camera. We can literally add right now if I wanted to my cam effect. So I mean, man, this is more something that I've been looking for right here. And OBS, I wish your fucking ass would be more stable, dude. Because this is getting ridiculous. I cannot go live at all. And I'm going to try this eCam out for the MacBook, because literally I have not been able to use the Mac to go live in forever. Like, using the MacBook is usually what I do to go live. I'll go live off the Mac, and then I'll capture gameplay from the PC, because I can't. I don't feel like paying for the fucking the third party software for the playing the PC games on the Mac right this second. Again, I got other things I got to pay for, right? You know, other things that are much more important to pay for. So I don't have the means to do that, the time to do that. So for right now, I'm just using the laptop. Now, once I get to a point where I can just use the Mac full time for it instead, fuck yeah, I'll totally do that. You know, but I am loving using the laptop in the meantime. You know, it helps with playing Cyberpunk and a few other games and things like that at a higher quality. So yeah, I do enjoy that. So okay, so I actually can do the game audio itself. I love that. You can add effects to that as well, chat. That's what I mean, dude. This is so cool. I love all this stuff. This is so cool. I love this idea way more. Like, where the fuck has Meld been, dude? Like, this is a crazy looking site or software to be using. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so you can add the multiple ones all right there. Oh, dude, I love that. Okay, there's so many options. Okay, all right. I like this right here. So you can add your chat URL and get a doc for it too. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, chat. Oh my goodness. This is a lot nicer. I like that. It even took the text over here too, and it actually looks nicer over here on the text than it does on OBS. Just to be honest. Okay. Oh, and look at that. I can see where it's up at too. I can do all that. I can link it. This is like actually using an actual software for, building, actual quality, content right here, chat. It's way better than fucking OBS. With built-in vertical, don't need a plugin like OBS has issues. Okay, so nice. If I ever do want to do like TikTok or anything like that type of thing, okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so yeah, guys, give me a few moments to set this all up, get everything going here, and then we will switch everything over to Meld. So it's gonna be a little bit different how we're gonna have everything situated. I feel like so, but I'm excited to see what we can do with this. So yeah, definitely check out Meld if this ends up working out, chat, because I think then it'll be better than what we're using for OBS. So. But yeah, give me just a few seconds here, guys. Let me just go ahead and stop the stream over here, and I'm going to start everything up through Meld. So I'll be